So I'm going to ask you, what is the gross profit margin of the major grocery players? The gross profit margin on grocery.
Well, what I'm saying is that what you've seen in the last 5 years is that profit margins of the large grocers have primarily doubled in this country, and that is of concern.
That's sorry, Mr. Minister, that's incorrect. They've been flat. They're about 3.7 to 4%, and they've pretty much averaged around there. And you had a meeting with the grocery retailers. Did you have a meeting with the?
Just look at Stats Canada, sir. I know you don't have your glasses.
I'm sorry.
Look at Stats Canada.
Hold on. Here,
sorry, Mr.
A testy exchange between the federal industry minister and the conservative critic for that portfolio at a committee hearing on food prices. François-Philippe Champagne defending his record, but conservatives say they want to see Champagne pressuring large American food processors, not just Canadian grocers.
Because you met with them, you must know what the gross profit margin of Procter & Gamble is.
Listen, I certainly would want to put pressure on them, but I don't know where you're going with that. Are you trying to defend the profits of the large grocers in Canada so Canadians can watch that? No, I just want to understand where you're going with that.
all right.
Champagne notes he's pressing food processors as well, though conservatives argued federal carbon pricing is responsible for higher food costs. Champagne says the Bank of Canada has expressed that the carbon tax is responsible for 0.2% of food inflation, adding that Canada's food inflation is in line with America's, a nation with no carbon tax. Champagne says the problem's lack of choice.
What we need is more competition in this country. I mean, what you're facing in this country is that you have basically, that's why I'm here today. Just look at that for a second, Mr. Barlow. That's the reason why we need more competition in this country. You have basically 3 large grocers which control 50% of the market.
The NDP questions taking a different track. If Champagne believes big grocery conglomerates are increasing profits, why not do something? Champagne says that's why his government's reforming competition law and trying to introduce new grocers to break up the market.
Canadians watching at home will say, that's the reality in our 50% of the market is controlled by 3 companies. That's the reality. And if you had Walmart and Costco, it's 80%. So what we need is more competition. Join the fight and be with us to fight for consumers. Don't start trying to defend the profit margin of large international processors. I'm not sure that's a winning argument.
In Ottawa, Xiaoli Li, City News.